Okay guys, so I'm live here. I want to give you guys a special preview of my opinion on this game right here. Portland Timbers versus, nope, wrong one. Portland Timbers versus the Seattle Sounders, there it is. Portland Timbers versus Seattle Sounders in the U.S. Open Cup. Now let's see if we can find the lineups for this game. If we can find lineups, this will do very well because you guys gotta know that right now, Portland Timbers will be playing the Seattle Sounders, which are right now the champions in the MLS. So it's gonna be really, really good. So this is what I think. I hope the camera's working. I hope the screen is working. So let's go on ESPN. By the way, guys, I'm so stupid. Netherlands today versus Argentina 0-0 full time. They went to penalties. It was 2-4. An incredible performance by Argentina, which are now in the World Cup final for the third time in a row against Germany. So that's going to be a very interesting game. That's going to be Netherlands versus Brazil, which were humiliated, which is my team, but were humiliated in the game to go for third place now. Let's see if we can get the third. Let's see if we can get the lineups. Need ESPN FC. Let's go teams. My teams. My team, Portland Timbers, play tonight. And I want to give you guys a little intake, a little explanation of what right now is gonna happen. I think I'm personally going for Portland Timbers. I think they have a really good chance of winning. But so actually, let's see if I can find them. So guys, Portland Timbers are unbeaten in the last 6 games. Can they win this one to go to the semis? I'm going to go yes versus the champions, their rivals. Let's see if I can find it. I just want to tell you guys the lineups and explain to you what is going to happen, how it's going to happen, and when. It's going to happen at 10. I think I'm watching the live game right here, 2 minutes 56. There we go. The game is going to start here. I think if it works, it should. Yeah, it should be working. U.S. Open Cup. Portland Timbers at Seattle. Here it is. Let's see if we can get any intake on this and their lineups. I can show here. So guys, let me just give you a little intake on how this is going to play out. If Portland Timbers can set up a defense which the Seattle cannot get through, along with players, with Yedlin in there, which is probably gonna be, they need to get inside and stop the ball. They get inside and stop the Seattle from attacking. Apparently, I do not have. Unfortunately, I do not have a lineup right now. Actually, give me a sec. I might just find a lineup for this game. If I do, I will list them out for you. We have our lineups, everybody. We got goalkeeper for. Let's go Seattle versus Portland. We're gonna see Seattle first. We got Frey, Anibaba, Scott Yedlin, Marshall, Alonzo Evans, Pineda, Nigo, Weaver, Barrett. And then substitutes, we got Ford, Kovar, Azira, Kupar, Okoli, Bowen, Papa. I personally don't know the Seattle Sounders very, very well. You guys can give me your intake. I think this is a good lineup. I think it shows potential. But here's the one I want to talk about. We got Donovan Ricketts. We got Billy Fonlin. We got McKenzie. We got Harrington. Jewsbury. Valeri Wallace, Adias Fernandez. I think personally he should have put in Nagby and Will Johnson. Now look at this. Weber, Pace, Acuni, Nanchif, Hallison. Gaston Fernandez, perfect. We got a good striker. We got a good hitter, a person who can give us that oomph we need to know. Who can? And we also got Adi for Fernando Adi, who is an amazing player. I've seen him play. He plays very, very well. He stretches out so right from the beginning, just goes in attack. I think Valeri also can play really, really well against. I think the whole Portland Timbers team themselves are going to play very well. Are going to play very, very well against the Seattle going for, as in this is a U.S. Open Cup. Seattle Sounders versus the Portland Timbers. If you guys want, go on to Timbers.com. They'll be live streaming from their website that game, which I'm going to start watching soon. I'm really, really excited to see how this team deals with the champions of the MLS. Let's go see if they've started. Yeah, please stand by starting soon. I personally think that they should have put on the captain Will Johnson and Darlington Nagby. They're in the subs, but I think the coach should have put them on into the starting lineup. I think you could do without. I think you could do without Diego Ferreira, Charles Zamora, and without the McKenzie. We can do without those two players. Instead, you need to put. I think Will Johnson is a power structure. Being the captain of all the games, I think he has a huge potential. Pretty huge. He brings in the best out of everybody. I've seen the Portland Timbers play, and it's fantastic how they play. If they keep up, if they start attacking right away in the beginning of the game, if they start off attacking right in the beginning of the game, then they have a huge possibility of winning the quarterfinals. Now, but here's the number one threat for the Seattle Sounders is the defense of the Portland Timbers. Not exactly the best, but can do well and will do well. I got the lineup right here, so let me fix this a little bit, and we can get back to it. I think Donovan should look out. Okay, let's compare. I'm gonna talk about Donovan Ricketts for a little bit. Donovan Ricketts is an outstanding goalkeeper. Outstanding. He's a very well goalkeeper. It's just if the defense of Portland Timbers has to watch out not to call a penalty, because Donovan Ricketts, sad to say, is not going to save that penalty. Why? Because he's not good enough for it. He's not a good enough player to stop that penalty. He's a very. I've seen him. He makes incredible saves, but he cannot. He cannot save the penalties. I also think McKenzie was going to do very well. Ralston McKenzie is going to start out very well, exploding from the line. See, I don't know much about Seattle Sounders right now, but I think I can make something work. Yedlin is in here, and he's an outstanding player. I love how he played for the U.S. He's an amazing defender. After U.S. being eliminated from the competition, he heads down to the. I think I might show maybe a little part of the game on here. So if you guys, I have never hit this many followers, 7 viewers, sorry. If you guys want to stay around and so I can show you guys the game, I'll be willing to show you guys the game. I'm really excited to see this game. How Donovan Ricketts can outperform everybody. See, I have no idea who's the captain right now. So this is just gonna see. So right now, guys, I'm gonna put in screen share. I'm gonna put on the game. So you guys just get ready to watch. So let me. Am I still going on? Let me. Okay. So I'm gonna show you guys a preview of what we're going to get right now. A preview of before the U.S. Open Cup. So I remember what Don, the manager, said. I keep forgetting his name for some reason. I don't remember. I keep forgetting his name. He said, you know, you gotta be strong. You gotta be strong into right from the beginning. I think the Portland Timbers have to start out with a ton of pressure. They can't just let it be loosey goosey. If they let it be loosey goosey, they're done. Portland Timbers is not going to stand around and win. They're not going to win if they're going to be loosey goosey. So I mean, yes, that's. A preview. Will Portland live up to its expectations and pressure right from the this is the thing you guys gotta understand, right from the beginning, not just from halfway into the first half. You gotta understand right from the beginning. Are they going to pressure? Are they going to pressure Seattle? Because if they don't, they're gonna get it's gonna be the last game in the U.S. Open Cup, and we know how much Portland is craving that trophy. They're probably not gonna win the MLS trophy because Seattle right now is on top by a huge margin, and that's the threat. That's the threat. You're coming into you're going to Seattle, you're going to CenturyLink Field, and you're having a lot of stress, a lot of pressure on you. Right? You have this pressure on you and going, okay, you're facing your rivals. Okay, calm down. You're facing your rivals at their stadium in a cup. When rivals meet each other in the cup, it's so much pressure that they're just shaking usually. In this game, because it's the U.S., it's only for the U.S. and Vancouver Whitecaps. You have to understand it shows a lot of, like the Cascadia Cup. Vancouver won that one. Vancouver won both. Right now they're champions for the Cascadia Cup. Vancouver. I'm not even gonna talk about Vancouver right now because there's no need. Right? To this channel, this competition is for the Portland Timbers versus Seattle Sounders U.S. Open Cup. Right now, I'm gonna remind you what I'm here doing is probably gonna show you guys a game. I don't know if it's legal or not. They're putting it out there for them. So you guys should really give me your input on this, and we can soon begin. I'm gonna start a Q&A, guys. I'm gonna ask you one question. It's a really important question in this game. And for this game, is Seattle gonna start off pressure? Dang it, can't do it right now. And let me know you guys' thoughts right now. Is Seattle right from the explosive beginning? Are they gonna start explosively right from the beginning of the game? Are they going to do that? I'm gonna reload this to make sure it's not started. It's starting soon. The game actually starts at 10:30, so I'm probably gonna be here for a really long time. See, 7:30. I'm right now Eastern, so it's 10:30 for me. I think I should just. If you guys want to talk, I think I'm actually gonna call someone right here, so it'll be a brief intermission. I'll be going on the screen.
What were you doing? You wanna watch it? Huh? You wanna?
What?
On top of it? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Now?
Yeah.
Are we concentrating yourself?
I mean, relaxing here, coming like this. And you both aren't gonna do anything, but you gotta just.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna talk.
yeah. Unplug the mic. And let me sit down, dude.
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna have a special guest right now before the game starts, and the special guest is going to be my cousin. My cousin, Ludwig Morgan, everybody. So let's give him a round of applause.
I jammed my freaking finger.
You okay?
Yeah, one.
So I unplug it.
Fine.
Oh, is there a
Yeah,
microphone
unplug-
here? Is there a microphone?
No.
Yeah, then you gotta get.
There's a microphone for this, so.
There's a microphone inside this.
Which one is the wire?
No, the bottom one is the camera.
There you go.
So, you still got this. It's still working.
No, it isn't.
Is it still working?
Nope, it's all gone. So
Uh-huh.
both unplugged, yeah. Here, I'll be back.
Okay, so I'm gonna. So you get ready, but I'm gonna ask you a few questions. You put on a shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a few questions about the game. Okay, so right here, we're gonna have the camera adjust it a little bit to right to your side. Okay, let me know. So are you excited for this game?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Okay, so it's a quick question. Let's give it a longer so we can get it. It's a quick question. Seattle, you know the Seattle Sounders right now are at the top of the MLS table.
Yeah.
Right now, they're at the top of the MLS table.
Yeah.
So the question is, I'm gonna give you these because I think that's how it works. The question is, how can the Portland Timbers, because they're rivals, and also because they're Seattle's just a really strong team.
Yeah.
How can Portland overcome?
Here, wait, let me test something. Okay? Okay.
Test.
Test. Yeah, it still works. Okay, it's
I'm gonna keep this in.
Okay, I personally don't watch MLS that much. I watch Barclays Premier League and main cups like that. But if I were to say, I think I was born in Portland, so I'll be voting for Portland. But I really think Seattle could win this because they're very strong, and Portland and Seattle have like they have like the biggest crowds in MLS.
Yeah, I was at the Portland Timbers game, and it was insane. They played against the Vancouver Whitecaps in the Cascadia Cup, and it was insane. It's just you hear. So and I was stupid and I got unlucky seats. Right? I got the seats right below the Vancouver Whitecaps.
Yeah.
So here's in Providence Park you got your Timbers Army right here. You got and then you got the Vancouver Whitecaps right here. And I'm right here, and I'm surrounded by a bunch of Whitecaps, and it's just insane. It's just funny. And they're yelling these crazy chants. And
you're just like, what are the Timbers chants? What are
I'm saying that. I'm like, yeah, Timber. Though they lost the game, it's an amazing comeback. Okay, so you said that Seattle has a big chance of winning because they're a strong team.
Yeah,
Now,
they're very strong.
Portland Timbers. Who? So let me give you. So I'm gonna give you three guys. I'm gonna give you two guys. You got Gaston Fernandez, who right now is one of the top scorers in the U.S. Open Cup.
Okay.
And you got Yedlin. You know, he's the U.S. defender who came from the game. Now, you probably don't know the answer. I don't know if you know. So we got Gaston Fernandez, a really good, nice striker. I don't even know. A very good player who has potential to go up and actually get this game going for Timbers. And you got Yedlin who can stop him. Now, what advice would you have to Gaston Fernandez?
Why are you asking me these questions? but
Hey, well, like, what would you?
what is he like, the forward?
Yeah, I think he's a forward. I'm not. So
No, I personally play forward, so I would
to get around the defense.
you would have to like stay in front of them more of the time. But then when like the ball is on your team and you're on a breakaway, you should probably just look at that person and just look for them over the defense, like a chip over the defense, so you can
Right.
run past them. Like that's what I usually do. When I get the ball, like I pass it back, and then they just chip it over the defense line, and I go 1-on-1. And
thank you, bro.
I'll probably be coming.
If you we'll probably be talking later. But for now, I hope that's let me good morning, everybody. Not a really big MLS fan. I mean, he's still
Barclays, that's right.
it's his for him. It's all the England. Yes, it's from England. He'll probably be commentating with me later, because the game has not started. The game will start at, by the way, 7:30 Western Coast. It will start at 7:30 on the West Coast. Oopsie daisy. Let's put on some screen. Let's put on screen share, and you guys can just wait for a little bit. I'll talk more.
Is the game starting?
The game starts soon. The game's gonna start soon, guys. So I'll be taking
Peace
a.
out. I'll see you guys later.
Len will be actually he's gonna be commentating with me. So have a little intermission, guys, between yourselves, and between 7:15 and 7:30 is Rookie Morgan. We'll be back. just to remind you guys why you guys are here, open the chat room, please, and talk to me. I'm begging you guys. I'm waiting. I hope you guys. Just to remind you, what is this best? It's Portland Timbers versus U.S. Seattle Sounders. It's the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinals. And if Seattle Sounders win this, if whichever team goes into the semifinals versus whoever wins, I don't even know how the U.S. Open Cup works, but I'm here to play it off to you guys. So open your guys' chat box and please chat with me while I'm still on standby for the intermission. Oh yeah, Gangnam Style. So yeah, like I said, open the chat box and let's chat about this game. What are you guys? Who are you voting for? What are your thoughts? How are they gonna play out? And yeah, I'll tell you guys in a little bit. Right now, I'm gonna do my chat. So please group chat. I'm begging you guys. Hey guys, what's up? Just to remind you, our starting lineup for both teams. This is Portland: Ricketts, Harrington, Oruke, McKenzie, Verfana, Chara Fernandez, Jewsbury, Valeri, Adi, and Wallace. The subs are Weber, Pay, Alhansen, Johnson, Nanchoff, Zakuni, and Nagby. Seattle's starting lineup is Frey, Yedlin, Marshall, Scott, Enibaba, Evans, Alonso, Pineda, Nigo, Bear, Weaver. And subs are Ford, Cavara, Azira, Papa, Bowen, Accordion, Cooper. And we got Captain Jewsbury is going to be our captain. And Evans is going to be our captain for this game. Five minutes before the game starts. Starting soon, Portland Timbers versus Seattle Sounders. You can watch it live or here with the on on www.timbers.com/timbers-live. Enter in there. Here it is. This is what you guys are going to be watching today. Portland Timbers versus Seattle Sounders. Any thoughts? Let me know. There it is. You guys will enjoy it. Hello. 13 views. Wow, I'm getting a lot of views for this one. And any thoughts? What are your guys' advice to the players? I mean, they really won't hear. What are your advice to either Seattle or Portland in this U.S. Open Cup rivalry clash? Hope you guys will answer me in the group chat. And in a few minutes, we start the U.S. Open Cup. Portland Timbers, not this is a Sporting Kansas City, but Portland Timbers versus the Seattle Sounders. It's a little off topic, but it's weird. I have 15 viewers. I never had this much, and now when I do soccer or it's actually called football, I actually have a lot of viewers. Hey guys, I'm just getting the jitters thinking about how it could be, it could go both ways. Actually, I believe now it could be both ways. It could be a big, huge disappointment for Seattle and a huge disappointment for Timbers. Again, 18 viewers. Open you guys' chat now and reply to me. Any thoughts? Alright guys, it's actually started now. It's the commentators. Maybe get the volume up so you guys can hear what the thoughts. But you guys are gonna be really excited here to see this game.
Squads, as far as I'm concerned, both of these sides have set out their stalls with their top 11, or close to it anyway. They're both looking for victory here tonight in the U.S. Open Cup.
Yes, it comes down to that time, doesn't it? Caleb Porter, the Portland coach, had said this is no time really now to experiment. Ziggy Schmidt also saying, look, they want to win silverware. 3 titles already for the Sounders. Portland getting to the semi-finals last year. How highly does this competition rate for both sides?
Well, one of the first things that Caleb Porter said when he was hired as head coach to the Timbers 2 years ago, we're about winning trophies. They have not done that yet. This is a great opportunity. They are 3 matches away from lifting the trophy, and because they're struggling in the MLS table, this is obviously a priority for them at this point in the season. They're going for it.
Yep, the Sounders, as you mentioned, with that terrific record, as you can see probably just behind us, the teams are making their way out. We'll have the anthems for you next, then we'll run through the 2 lineups. As Keith mentioned, there are 2 very strong sides out there.
And the lineups are coming out. Oof. As you guys can see, the starting 11, which are, as you guys heard them say, close to the strongest or the strongest. So we have started our little U.S. Open Cup match, and I'm here with Lemuel. I think I don't know if he's gonna be saying anything, but we will see. We'll see. This is, as you can, I'm not sure if this is CenturyLink Park. I don't think it doesn't look like CenturyLink Park to me. It apparently is just some stadium. I have no idea what's going on right here. This does not look like stadium, like CenturyLink Park at all. So we are getting ready for what I believe are the
I can't hear anything. Ah, there it is. Why not?
Here, it is the national anthem of the America, the Star Spangled Banner.
Chest. Bright stars.
And that is the national anthem of the U.S.
Wonderful
America,
occasion then here at
the
Starfire.
Star Spangled Banner. The teams are making their way, and they're saying hi to each other. they're saying hi to each other.
Totally.
The quarterfinals of the U.S. Open Cup, and starting 11, we got
the first thing you'll note in goal, Stefan Fry, the regular number
Stephen
1.
Fry, DeAndre Yedlin, Chad Marshall, Zach Scott, Jalil Anyaba, Brad Evans, Asalo Alonso Pineda, Lamar Nigel, Chad Barrett, Cam Weaver.
And that's the starters.
The starters for
The Seattle
Sounders. You see, guys, you see DeAndre Yedlin. He is coming back from his amazing journey with the U.S. So let's look at our starting 11 for the Portland Timbers. Donovan Ricketts, Michael Harrington, Rashawn McKenzie, Daniel Rukin, George Villafana, Jack Jewsbury, Diego Chara, Diego Valeri, Rodney Wallace,
Wallace.
Fernando Adi, and Gaston Fernandez.
Yeah.
Do you like this? Do you like the formation? Do you like the format of the team?
Yes.
I think they should have replaced him.
Who do you think they should place in?
I think they should have had Darlington Nagbe and Will Johnson on. Will Johnson is a defense.
Yeah.
So I think Will Johnson and Darlington Nagbe should have been placed automatically into, and head coach Caleb Porter. So the teams are getting ready. The referees are checking the nets. And
No, I'm ready.
yeah, ready.
Well, I'm ready to
Your
watch.
very first MLS match. I'm proud of you,
Not
man.
my very first. I think my fourth. I've been on 4 Timbers.
Okay. And there's the Timbers.
Let's go Timbers.
Yeah. So I guess it's just
Okay.
so because it's a final. It has a rule. If it's tied by end of normal time, then we will go into
Extra
extra
time.
time and
And then my favorite afterwards.
penalties, which is the
Penalties!
most pressure that you could ever have. Which I have a really bad feeling if they go into penalties, because Donovan Ricketts, like I said before, is not exactly the best penalty stopper. I mean, he is good. He is very, very good. But to put him on the fact of, I wouldn't. So you guys ready?
I'm
Yes,
ready.
and Seattle, I believe Portland starts. Portland are in their green and white jersey. Seattle is in their green,
They're black jerseys.
black and so kickoff. Gaston Fernandez.
You say the names. I'll try to say
Oh,
jokes.
blabble. Oh, blabble.
I'll just try to say jokes or something. You know. Do we need
Is
to-
this still a quarterfinal? No.
Okay. I'm prepared for this. I'm prepared to watch. This is in Seattle, right?
This is in Seattle. That's,
Why isn't Seattle wearing their main jersey? And
I don't know. I
Timbers-
guess because they don't want to.
Timbers should be wearing their.
So okay, we got.
A couple days ago, we're going to put our best foot forward. Only one team will advance.
One team will
30
advance.
minutes
So
ago.
because I'm not right there at the thing, I can't exactly see tell you what I see. Well, okay, so we got a
Very long diagonal ball.
Shrewsbury long diagonal
And
ball.
there's the new superstar in U.S. soccer, DeAndre Yedlin, on his 21st
DeAndre Yedlin, yeah.
from the World Cup.
See, I can't exactly tell you guys exactly what's going on because I can't exactly tell the numbers. Or so just enjoy, and I'll be commentating somewhat as I can, I guess.
Yeah, if this was Arsenal, I would be poning this, but not my team, not Barclays. I don't know a lot of players. So. This was Netherlands, you know. Sucks they lost today, though.
Which they lost after ending
Penalties.
0-0 versus Argentina. But I'm going into extra time. After that, penalties, which
I thought putting Huntelaar was a big mistake. I think they should have put Tim Krul
Tim
instead.
Krul should have been. Well, right now we're talking about this. So it is a throw-in.
Heavens is more important than this.
I'm gonna
I think. Pretty sure.
Portland has earned a throw-in.
Okay, well, but I am ready for this.
Sounders is set up differently from Vancouver Whitecaps, that fourth defeat of the season for the Sounders. Brad Evans switching to the right-hand side of midfield with this quick throw-in. It'll be brought back for the injury here to Adi. But what you'll notice is Evans on the right and Lamar Nagel on the left. They'll probably pinch in a
Hey,
little
look,
bit.
he
and I
fell.
think that midfield battle will be
He
so
fell.
important.
Yep.
Two central
We
midfielders
got.
for the Sounders.
Fell.
Who was it? I can't
Three
exactly tell.
Portland Timbers.
Is that Fernandez?
Play there, that's Jorge
Ooh, he
Villafranca.
fell on his arm,
Down
I
His
right
arm.
think.
on the far touchline. They're just basked in sun over there. Flick on header, Lamar.
Oh!
Touched Donovan
Is it a
Ricketts.
goal? No, it's saved. Good job, keeper. My belt.
That was a scare for
He
us.
brought it in for the Timbers.
Okay, wait, what kind of go? Oh, okay, that's what kind of goalkeeper was.
Problems this year, Ross.
That's one of the kind of goalkeeper that was.
Even long throw-in.
Was it a goal kick?
Sort of. I mean, not a goalkeeper was like a kick, but he took
this
leg.
one, you would expect no less.
Just straight instead of
I
going
think
up.
what you'll see from Seattle tonight is
I
that
saw
they will
this
be a
kid
little more
kicks.
direct than usual. I mentioned the
I
dimensions
guess
of the
yes,
Star
put it on the
Fire
floor
field,
and
the
then-
artificial turf.
I guess. I mean, I've never seen that
He'll
happen.
probably fail, you know. Like, if he throws it up in the air, he'll probably swing and miss horribly.
Is that a sign
You
you'll
know,
be a
he'll
little more
embarrass himself,
direct? And he
slip
said,
on the floor, and then
possibly,
smack
maybe.
his face.
You'll see a lot of.
You never know, maybe if
You never know what happens in these games. This is soccer. 1 minute you guys be having fun, the next being hauled off in a stretcher. So, just enjoy
Oh
it.
yeah, like some of these players in World Cup, they've been
Hey,
fake
shut up.
injuries.
Yeah, a lot of fakers. We got Robin the Flopper.
Yeah, but I wish he flopped in the penalty box so we had penalty, you know. Yeah, we could have won the
Seattle crowd
game.
doesn't appreciate
And then they play against Brazil, which were destroyed by Germany 7-1, which I was freaking out.
I was just laughing like crazy.
No, he was
I
scared.
saw you guys. I saw you cursing over
I was probably just mouthing up.
Gaston Fernandez.
Oh, what a save!
What a-
The keeper!
Oh my gosh, that would have been the amazing beginning to this game for Gaston Fernandez.
One opportunity
Wow.
to score for either side
Well,
here. Less than
2 opportunities
4.5 minutes
total.
into the match.
Terrific effort, wasn't it, from Gaston
Wow.
Fernandez? Seen him come up late in games this season for Portland, but cracking effort there. Stefan Fry on
Okay.
his mark, earning his money.
Corner kick. Let's do this.
Fernandez has 4 goals in the Timbers' last 2 U.S. Open Cup matches. Valeri in swing.
No, nothing.
Flicked on at the near post and into the air.
Nothing
By
special
O'Rourke.
there.
And
That was an
it's
amazing
by
shot by Gaston Fernandez.
Alonso.
If they show a replay, that was just a strike right to the goalkeeper. If Frey didn't jump in time, I mean, it would have went in.
You never
Little
know.
stumble over
Yeah.
there by Brad Evans.
No, I think it would have went
Maybe
in.
it would have hit the bottom post and went into the line, you know. Wait, does MLS have goal line technology yet?
Mexican-born
They-
playmakers
they're
really
testing
nice
it
addition
out.
to the Sounders side, Ross. There's no question about that.
And then they leg it, they're going to give it to
Yeah,
everybody.
terrific to see him back in that starting 11. He and Ossie Alonso had started the previous 14 games together before the weekend's match at Vancouver. And
Oy,
as luck would
I think
have it, both
you
picked
guys
up
noticed Vancouver
yellow
hasn't
cards
started.
and the
I mean,
suspended.
Portland has started
There was
amazingly.
a
Vancouver.
difference in
They
quality
started out
in
explosively.
tempo
Started really
for the
well,
Sounders in the
pressuring
middle of the park.
Seattle, and this is
Yeah,
exactly how
so
it's supposed to be. This is exactly what it
definitely be
is.
welcome back tonight.
Weaver and Barrett. in
What's
tight
the channel on the
spaces.
TV?
Weaver leaves it to Barrett, Nagel, then
I
Pineda.
think it's on here.
Harrington with some high
Oh, it's
pressure.
on here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Alonso showing great strength.
Come on, Alonso!
Is he-
Harrington not giving up.
Is he?
Dogged defense there by the right back for the Timbers.
And this is where we get the champions. They just come in and they almost flank out.
Now it's off Barrett.
They almost flank out.
Boo! What are we booing about?
They almost flank out the whole defense right there. It would have been catastrophic.
Boo!
Harrington, it's a throw in for Portland. Harrington throws it in. Those are two.
Part of the atmosphere. You mentioned
A
Keats
foul
under 4.5
For
thousand.
Seattle foul against Timbers. Seattle throws it in.
Timbers fans tucked in
Not a throw in, it's a kick.
I said it was a free kick.
No, you said it's a throw
I didn't say it was a throw in.
in. You said it was a throw in.
I said it was a throw in.
Yeah, you
Notice
said
they
it was a
put
throw
the
in.
Timbers Army members in one corner, and the ECS, the Emerald City,
Bro,
as far away.
we're watching a game and you're Snapchatting over
at
here.
the same
Oh, yeah,
time.
that's what-
Yeah. Bro, let's watch. Idiot. You know?
Shut up, hey. Watch it. If you don't want to go, you can go. If you don't want
3 minutes
I
into the
do- I
match,
do my thing, you do your thing. If you want, you can go.
volley carried over the
I don't
ball
need
by
you.
Fry.
But you're kind of
We
on my
enter the 8th
computer.
minute of this
I
one.
have nothing to
You
do.
mentioned that 1-0 loss
I'm
pretty bored.
the
You
Vancouver
found
Whitecaps
your-
Charging.
on the
to
weekend.
phone your.
It should be quickly noted.
Don Ricketts is-
obviously, the Sanders did not have their World Cup men in Dempsey and Yedlin. You mentioned
Yeah, it would be scary if Dempsey still came back for Seattle, and that would have been just
Obafemi Marcus.
pure scary. I would have been scared for Portland. I said another. Don't give the ball to Dempsey. Don't give the ball to Clint. Right now he's not here. That's why we have a few.
Yeah, and I think both teams
Doesn't Dempsey play for
happy to
Seattle?
have so many of their players back, and you look also
Right.
Huh?
The LA game before the missing Ruti,
Yeah, then you go.
Sakuani, Paparazzo, the list goes on for both
I
of
like-
those sides. And coming
I like
into what is an
Timbers, but I like
incredibly
Seattle.
intense week,
I have no
two
clue who I
games
like
against
more.
each other in 5 days, you
I
want
like
as a
two
spectacle, if
favorite
nothing
teams
more,
in,
to have the best players out
MLS.
there, hot on the heels of the World Cup final next Sunday. You just think for any of those newbies to soccer, you want to give them the best product out there. The fans
Yeah,
of both
the
sides
newbies.
want to see the best players out there,
Like you
and
guys.
it's the best advert possible for the game. So great to see so many of those
No,
stars.
it looks like it's like a little
See the
tangle
coaching
between the ref and ooh.
Timbers, but
Ooh,
they're,
what is going on? What is going
hands
on?
over their eyes. Very difficult to see at
Sick.
the moment. Temperatures reach the mid-80s here in Seattle.
Really?
Really? Wow, mid 80s temperatures in
Valeri
Seattle.
whips one into the
Oof.
penalty kick spot.
That would have been a good
I
goal.
guess because
Doing
this
what
was
he does
blocked the
best.
whole
Well, I'm
score.
sorry.
Long clearance with the head. Pineda over the top of Chara. There's Yedlin. Combines nicely with Ozzy Alonso.
Oh, it's on a breakaway.
Third for
He's
Seattle.
going!
Shrewsbury retreating quickly.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a
Is
fast
that
man.
is that no? That would have been right there. That would have been goal for Seattle. If you guys noticed that, it would have been pure goal for them. But no, apparently not.
Floats one in.
Where is that?
O'Rourke, I'm not sure if he knew where that
Dempsey's
header
also
was
thinks
going.
it's US.
It was over the crossbar.
I'm not sure.
Kicks in.
But they're in you.
First real look at DeAndre Yedlin and that pace that really burnt up
So what are you
so
talking
many of
about?
those World Cup opponents. He was the unknown quantity and was able from midfield.
I have no idea.
Right back to use that pace to such great effect. And that's the first time tonight you can see the damage and the confidence DeAndre Yedlin has.
Oh, it's
Or a kick to the near post.
oh, and Donovan just
Read that
right
well.
there. It was right there, ready to
Comes
save it.
out, looking for quick distribution. Only man far upfield is Fernandez. Yedlin floating over to the left there and volleying it forward. Now it's Fernando Adi. Diagonal run in front of him by Rodney Wallace. Adi, nice little bit of skill there. When the flag goes up, Wallace involved on the play.
Would have been an offsides right there. Well. But see, no one's perfect.
Just
You
for
can't have always.
context to this US Open
Was
Cup
it offside?
quarterfinals,
Yeah, I
it's
think
the first
so.
time these teams have ever met in the competition as MLS sides. They have met 4 times previously, Portland getting the first win back in 2005, and Seattle prevailing in the other 3.
We're gonna show you guys the first half, and so
Golden
like we
days
won't
of
get
the
sued or
US
anything
Open
for
back in 05,
maybe not. I'm
Seattle
just
to get to
in case you guys want to know, it's www.timbers.com/timbers-live. You guys want to watch on there and know what you're. But
you get these occasions.
so this is what you get. This is one of the biggest problems with the Timbers is that they lose the ball too quickly. Look, and then you have this breakaway.
Into the corner of the 18. Deflected by O'Rourke.
And
how
ooh,
about the quick reflex
what a
of
save!
Ricketts?
That would have been a scary. That was a scary episode right there. Scary
Wonderful
episode.
moment for Portland.
Scary moment episode. You could have had a goal, and then the Donovan's right there and flicks it away. The corner kick
Run off Danny O'Rourke.
for Seattle.
And another
I
corner.
really don't care
For
who
Seattle.
wins, but mainly I'm going for Timbers.
A bit difficult for Ricketts. You can see that the sun is still in his eyes. He's in the
Hey,
shade.
people,
He
look
hasn't
at the
dropped
camera.
it. Header toward goal by Cam Weaver. Not enough power. And I think an indication, if he needed it, of the seriousness with which these teams are taking the game, that he's back in goal.
Seriousness.
Ricketts, 37
I see
years
Portland
young,
play
former
really well,
St. Andrew
but they're playing against one of the
healthy.
strongest teams right now in MLS, which is one of the scariest
US
teams.
Open Cup.
And see, look at that. They lose the ball. They lose the ball.
Showing great reflexes there
No.
to
They lose the
stop
ball.
the ball that was creeping in.
And then you got this. What happens is if they lose the ball, Seattle's going to go on an offensive. They're going to go on an attack, and then defense is probably going to stop it. Probably.
Shrewsbury stepped in front of
Either
Weaver
that or
there.
have Donovan deflect it, and be penalty kick, and Donovan's going to miss it.
Ball back
1-0
for his
for
team, but
Seattle.
McKenzie too slow
And
on
there we go.
it.
See it? There's your offensive.
Alonso,
Portland Timber needs to get their defense on. Right? I'll be talking about more during halftime. I'll be explaining what needs to happen.
Yedlin will cut inside on
Are we
Rodney
gonna
Wallace.
watch the full
Looking
game?
for the
I don't know what's the full
fever.
game. You might
Are we
not.
gonna
Pops
record?
back out to Yedlin.
Maybe. And see, there you got. Once they get the ball back, they can get on the offensive and they can get on the pressure.
Valeri and his fellow Argentine Fernandez break out. Switch on the diagonal. Adi. Adibaba defending. Harrington, one-time service. Yedlin is there.
Wallace didn't make much of a challenge.
And so there you got your little offensive. That it's a back and forth. It's back and forth. Portland can't keep the ball, but Seattle can't keep the ball either. And this game is really big right now. Maybe they're just doing what every great team does, and they're just looking it out. They're just looking, not making.
Stars of this game in Brazil.
I think what you've noticed, no World Cup hangover from Yedlin either. He's fresh out there. And I suppose, well, he might be. It does seem almost an age.
I think that like all the other people, they're just resting at home.
Belgium, but
I think they're strong. I think they're resting at home before they're coming back to the teams. I think that's probably is at his home in Seattle or in Texas. Who knows?
Portland,
he's a Texan.
a lot of attacking talent in that midfield five, but Yedlin exposing the gaps and using that space along with Brad Evans to good effect in these opening 15 minutes or so.
I think the underrated part of that outside back position is the timing, the decision making on when to go and when to hold. And for a man who just turned 21 today, Yedlin is picking things up very quickly. Played for Caleb Porter, Matt Akron. So both coaches on the far side here at Starfire have played a major role in the development of Yedlin. Harrington trying to find the feet of body. Quickly pressed by Zach Scott. Weaver foul.
And there it is. There's a little free kick.
Center circle.
Weaver fell, and now it's a free kick for Seattle.
Almost like two basketballers going for the tip up there in the centre, wasn't it? 6 feet 4 inch, stocky.
Ugh, that's not exactly the best challenge. Okay, so we got number 4.
Whatever that number is.
Yeah, whoever is that number.
Looking to switch.
See, and then there it is. You got Seattle. You got Timbers get the ball.
Dribbles away.
And I mean, I guess that was just the bad crop. That's just the bad pass of it. And he was there to intercept it. Now it's Timbers on the off. Oh!
Body takes a tumble.
Oh, that could have been a nice one.
Not deep to foul. And
That
here
could have
comes
been good.
Ozzy Alonso and the Sounders. Jewsbury going back to an old position of his as a holding midfielder.
Jewsbury. I say
So
Jewsbury.
I'm gonna go.
Go.
Okay.
It's nice of you to ask you being here.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow wherever.
Fernandez cops to the foul.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a yellow card.
Caution, and it is.
Oh, first half yellow
Oh,
card.
yellow card. Yellow card for Gaston Fernandez. Now he has to watch it.
You might as well try and stop him another way. Fairly clear from Gaston Fernandez.
Gaston Fernandez, that is a yellow
That was
card.
horrible.
Oof, right
You
tackle.
see already
Yeah, going now?
that is causing some
Yeah, see you later, though.
really
Let me know.
interesting to see in the long term now.
See you, man.
Just how much more of a development this World Cup experience has given DeAndre Yedlin, and the abilities now, the things he will have learned, the things he's seen, the opponents he's played against, and as you mentioned, Keith, his ability to time his runs.
Single game tickets for the Timbers' first 2014 CONCACAF Champions League match against CD Olympia of Honduras on Tuesday, September 16th are on sale now. Tickets start at $27. Seating is limited, so reserve yours today at timbers.com. Now, this is one of 2 other competitions that Timbers are taking part in 2014. CCL just around the corner. Players queued up just inside the 18. Low-driven ball in swinger via Fania. Left-footed volley out. Better back in by Pineda. And again, it's via Fania.
Fania. Ooh. And this is what I think
Hernandez out wide to Mike
U.S.
Harrington.
needs to open up, is that
Wants the ball
they
back
need
in
to
the corner.
get on
Gets
into
it.
the game. They need to evolutionize. See, look at this.
Barrett did a nice job of channeling.
It's not, usually you have the yellow card and you have the person who got the yellow card shown. Right now you just have U.S. Open Cup. You know, look at that. Oh, what a save. What a nice save right there. I'm gonna get you guys going with these guys who are way better than me in this job. So, yeah.
Factor, and Evans trying to get a clean strike on goal there.
Well, it's clear so far where most of the Seattle Sounders attack is coming from. Rather dynamic between either Brad Evans or DeAndre Yedlin so far. He just needed Barrett to make that committed run across the area. The kind of ball that Ricketts could neither come for nor do much about if it was on the toe of a striker. But bright start from the Sounders, who had a chance each for both sides, and it seems maybe that Seattle have got into their flow a little earlier.
I would agree. And Donovan Ricketts has been called upon twice already tonight. Kenzie, a bit much on Chad Barrett.
See, I think if you look at it really closely, Seattle has a lot of right now. They're on the offensive right now.
And Alonso, a little bit of a loose pass there by Alonso. That's his second
What?
match. Gaston Fernandez. Whoop. That's
You guys see that? Gaston Fernandez, his passes just doesn't work
But he simply
sometimes.
passed it to Anababa. Can you blame the sun for that one? That would be a creative excuse, I think.
They stretched too far. But he certainly looked lively, Gaston Fernandez. Anything that Portland have created so far, he's generally been at the hub of it.
He's leading scorer in this competition. Combination play on the far side for Seattle. And an aimless cross.
Right now, Portland Timbers are on the defensive. It's easy to see that they are right now. Like I said, on the defensive, Seattle is on the offensive. Portland is on defensive. Portland has to step up their game. If they don't step up their game, they're done.
Round of 16. One of their better results of the year. A comprehensive.
Then it's a
3-1
throw-in
win
for
Kansas City. And that puts these two rivals
Timbers.
against each other.
Harrington's going to throw it again.
Well, it was a 5-0 drubbing of the amateur side, PSA Elite, when Seattle entered in the fourth round stage. And then that nervy 1-1 draw here with San Jose Earthquakes that went down to penalty kicks. Not unusual then for the Timbers, at least, to play an opponent twice in a row, having done it with Sporting Kansas City a few weeks ago.
And we know what familiarity breeds.
See, can we get an offside? Can we get offensive here? Okay, you got a nice pass. Oh, then they lose it. They lose that pass. It's a throw-in for Timbers.
Going back to the olden days, actually, of the US Open Cup, these teams met even previous to 2005 when they used to use the old USL regular season games as double headers with US Open Cup qualification. I'll come back to that.
Fernandez shot, I believe.
Oh, what an amazing shot by Fernandez. That would have been an amazing goal.
Hit that one
And
solidly, but there
it's
was
just
no
blocked
end,
by Thea.
And it's wide of the mark.
That right there is potential of Gaston Fernandez.
Look likeliest for Seattle. Excuse me, Portland. And has troubled Stephen Fry twice already here in the first 20 minutes of the match.
As you say, it must have been a deflection on that. It certainly took a wicked dip if it didn't. And Fry just managed to get enough behind it, and Seattle could clean up. But again, an indication of what Fernandez could do. You think of the slow start he had to the season, but 10 goals in all competitions has certainly put the mockers on that now, and he's proving an
We get
effective force
Seattle
in there
start.
with Valeri and
start
Rodney Wallace.
They're all competing against each other a little bit, Ross, this year. Equal scoring, very balanced. Caleb Porter has 5 or 6 attackers.
There's a cross. Oh, no.
Trying to
They weren't
in
ready.
there for Pineda. It's a bit deep.
Would have been a nice cross and a perfect goal. I would have agreed with that.
Alonso will lead
And it's the
going.
21st minute, 0-0 at wherever they're playing. Apparently, I don't think it's the Century Link, because Century Link, then that would be pathetic. It's US Open Cup.
Nadi having to drop all the way back into his defensive half to get a touch there. Wallace keeps it in, but only for Yedlin. Will he rue that decision? Yedlin has Evans to his right, lays it out there. Winger sends one in low. Shot off the post by Cam
Oh,
Wheeler.
what a strike. Off the
Sliding in, might have
post.
got the
Off
bottom
the
of the
post.
post.
That would have been
And
a
Ricketts had no chance.
shaky
That
start
time, the
for
save
Portland.
was courtesy of
Donovan
the
Ricketts is just lucky right now. That was lucky for him. Harrington, I believe.
Easy pickings for Fry at the other end
Fry.
on the Harrington cross. I mean, you both compliment and then are frustrated by Willis's attempt to keep the ball in. And the World Cup star dashing down the touchline.
I think we're going to go until halftime. I'm going to give a few more things, and then I'm going to leave you guys, and I'm going to watch the game. Again, the website is here. Yes, you can see it on your screens right there.
Floated ball in, header
Right there.
across by Barrett.
That's your guys' screen.
I think what you're seeing so far is Fernandez and Valeri very narrow in the midfield for Portland. That's allowing the width for Seattle. You just saw it there from Alibaba a moment earlier as Zach Scott brings down Diego Valeri. That's the first Sounders yellow card. But the issue's really coming from wide for Seattle, and Brad Evans with a terrific ball in there for Cam Weaver. Should have been 1-0 really, in on that near post.
That would have been a really shaky start for Portland. If that goal was scored, making it 1-0. Oh, just been, wow.
Add to that, they both hit
Yellow card for Barrett.
2 rounds of
Someone?
this.
I'm not sure.
Tight field, chances already coming. It could be in for a rare old night.
Yeah, we waited an eternity for a goal in the World Cup semifinal this morning between Holland and Argentina. The ball wasn't put into the back of the net until that penalty kick shootout that Argentina won. Be surprised if this goes all the way to kicks from the spot with the way it has started. Keith Wire, along with Ross Fletcher. One from each side up here in the broadcast booth and online tonight.
We haven't worked out how we'll slice it up if it comes down to penalty kicks. That's one for later.
I'll just hide under the desk. You can call it all, my friend.
Get the car started, eh? I think we've certainly seen in the first 25 minutes or so that neither team is going at this at a half pace. They know they've got
I think Portland teams can do a lot better right now. They can be a lot more aggressive. They
There's
can be a
game
lot
to won.
more
There's a final
interesting.
spot in the reckoning, and they want to do it within the 90 minutes.
+24 minutes complete here. Still scoreless. 4 or 5 golden opportunities for the Sounders and 1 or 2 for Seattle off the boot of Gaston Fernandez. He's a dangerous long throw. McKenzie stands strong.
I think right now, if Gaston
He'll
Fernandez,
be chipping instead of shooting. And Danny O'Rourke,
I think if Gaston Fernandez decides to do it, he could be the man that makes all the difference. Because don't forget, if it's still tied, it can go to penalties on extra time.
Yedlin to open that up. Looked for a moment like he'd shoot. He knew exactly where Chap Barrett was.
Third corner for Seattle. McKenzie in front of Barrett. How do you find the feet of Fernandez? He does. And Yedlin. Call for the foul. Been keeping very close tabs, Ross, on Yedlin and his potential future, even down in Portland. He has pledged his allegiance to the Sounders this season, trying to get them all the way to the MLS Cup. They've been the class of the league thus far, even without Dempsey and Yedlin for a couple months. Clear of all the other 18 teams in Major League Soccer by 7 points. But I've got to think that Yedlin and his representatives are fielding many offers.
Well, yeah, I was very impressed when DeAndre Yedlin gave his thoughts to the media scrum this week. He was obviously asked a lot about the rumours of moving to Europe. The general manager here, Adrian Hanau, has admitted he's fielded a lot of calls about Yedlin, but he was very calm about it for a 20-year-old as he was at the time. Said, look, I'm leaving it all to my representatives. Right now, I'm focused and want to win MLS Cup with Seattle. And he also pointed to the fact this is a rapidly growing, attractive league. And as an American, and as a young American with a high profile now in MLS, he does have the chance to stand head and shoulders above a lot of other people and be the face or one of the faces of this league.
It's now a legitimate option. Perhaps 10 years ago, a player with his quickly rising style.
If you guys are wondering what he's talking about, DeAndre Yedlin has been linked with going to Europe, specifically AS Roma. And when people ask, is this true? He says, my duties right now rely to Seattle. I'm going to leave that up to my representatives. For now, I'm staying with Seattle and winning the cup. Hopefully winning the cup.
Basketball players like Pau Gasol and Manu Ginobili, they come to the NBA from Spain and other countries for a reason. Finding the top league in the world. Bit of a sarcastic cheer from the Sounders supporters on that half attempt by Fernandez, not as strong as his first two.
That's it. I think it's the first one he's hit off target, actually, Gaston Fernandez. Have a happy knack this season.
Off target.
Goals, hasn't he? But Portland, Seattle also.
We're reaching the half hour mark, and
minutes
the score is level 0-0 with a few good chances by Gaston Fernandez and a few chances.
Footwork by
Ooh.
Rodney Wallace goes beyond 2 Seattle defenders.
Oh, come on, they can do better than that.
Gets a boot in. Chara settling things for Portland. The direct ball headed down by Marshall. Audi might get to this one. He sure will. Can he get around Yedlin? Can he keep the ball in? No, but he has earned his team a corner. And Valeri will make the friendly walk to the corner of Starfire Sports Complex. He'll be merely feet in front of the
Starfire Sports Complex.
How good is Adi in the air?
Decent, but you know, I think he's actually a better soccer player when the ball's down at his feet than what he's done aerially.
Not
You would
bad for a
think just
guy
by
at
looking at
6'4",
it.
yeah.
You know, it's a bit of a trite saying, but you know, I've had conversations with Caleb Porter about Adi, and he's got a lot of soccer in him. You know, he's not just that target. He's not just that statue that's knocking down balls on frame and for his teammates. And that's what the Timbers noticed when they were scouting Adi. He scores all kinds of different goals. They're not always just banged in with the forehead on service from wide. Pineda went down. Small passing game of the Sounders, and I don't know if it was Char that came in on him late or stepped on it in an awkward fashion, but he's up.
And it is hard turf here as well. I know the Sounders have said not ideal. The brushed artificial turf is pretty low. You'd like those blades to be standing up, and they're not. So it's hard, it's weary on the limbs. And I think over 90, let alone 120 minutes, it can take its toll. But Pineda, even at 31, he's a guy for Portland fans who maybe are seeing him for only the first or second time. Thought he was out of the game, 11 months out with a sports hernia injury. Thought he had to retire, had a bout of depression, found his way here by way of trial, and he's never looked back.
Third corner for the Timbers, headed away by Marshall.
I think the corners have not
Quickly back to the feet of Valeri.
showed up. They still have a few chances to make some good corners. I've seen some good corners with Portland. Seattle's doing actually very, very well right now for a top MLS team against a really good team that's very, very defensive, is very, very straight, and is very, very calm. They're going to go at the pace, and they're going to try to get some goals in.
There's the number 6 out there.
Yeah, and I think Public Enemy number 1 the other way, number 21 Chara, for separating Clint Dempsey's shoulder last October.
Barrett rolls one in for Nagel.
So you see that?
That's
what you get.
Combined with Barrett.
That's what you.
Excuse me, splitting the
Washington, Portland needs to watch out for. Is that that big offensive thrust?
Just going back to Chara and Alonso, it's what you'd expect from those guys. Two of the most foul and guys who commit the most fouls in the league. You expect that kind of commitment week in, week out, and they're both the kinds of guys you would love to have on your team and hate it when they're not. So one apiece, you can't say fairer than that. I think this is probably Portland's best spell right now. I've just gone and tempted fate for you, Keith.
So with the form that Villafana has shown recently, loose touch here and there will be excused. Had a goal against his old Chivas side in the Timbers' recent match down at the StubHub Center. Really should have been credited for an assist on the second goal that the team scored that night as well. Villafana had friends and family members in the stands for that one, and he had to be very patient and even in the 18 for a few matches early in the season. All right, this is red alert stuff here for the Timbers, and McKenzie has done well on the last 2 or 3 long throw-ins. Evans behind the run.
33rd minute. It's 0-0. You guys hear the commentators. I hope you guys hear the commentators. And it's just right now all Seattle.
Yeah,
I'm really mad. I'm really.
Long and diagonal.
You guys got to see.
For Nagel.
It's almost all Seattle. A lot of Portland.
Doesn't
Portland's doing
quite
actually very well. So.
Come off here in the 34th minute.
The referee Chris Penso just wanting a word here with Gonzalo Pineda and Diego Chara. A little flare-up back in the play. The two feisty competitors. Pineda, huge experience. 3 starts for Mexico in the 2006 World Cup. And knows how to run a game, shall we say.
Fernandez with the layoff for Chara, and Villafana with time and space up the far touchline. His head up, chooses the short option to Wallace. Too many Seattle bodies there.
So Seattle is just going to compress themselves, and they're going to go for the attack. They want to stay on the attack. They know that if they can get on the attack and not defend, as long as they can defend a little bit just to give the ball away on the offensive, they will know that they can score.
We'll be talking a lot about how effective Seattle have been down their right-hand side. Nagel, the guy that got the winning penalty against San Jose in the last round, he's been, again, very consistent this year for the Sounders in Major League Soccer. 5 goals and 4 assists, and while ever Obafemi Martins and Clint Dempsey are off the field, he's admitted he's one of those guys that needs to continue to step up, to share the burden of scoring goals, making the assists, and making sure this team continues to tick over as superbly well as it has this year.
Wallace on the back heel from Fernandez. Nice cross back at an angle, and Zach Scott is there. Tukwila, Washington. He's in a little place called Manhattan. Clint Dempsey is appearing on the Late Show with David Letterman tonight. I understand he'll be back for training on Friday and just might be walking out with the 11 on Sunday. When these teams meet again.
Yeah, he's expected to be here. Let's say that. And I think he will get a rapturous reception. At the moment, well, nearly 60,000, I think, expected, maybe more. Still time to get your tickets at SoundersFC.com. The return of Clint Dempsey. What a stage with which to come back.
I think with Clint Dempsey coming back, Seattle's going to do very, very well. They have an amazing striker, an American striker, who can come in and make chances for Seattle. Right now, we don't have that. We have a few chances. Mostly are just backed by the defense.
Steps over the ball and leaves a round thing behind. Now he's just standing or kneeling on top of it. Frustrating Yedlin, but Sounders have earned the ball back. 2014 Portland Timbers season tickets are sold out. Claim your spot on the season ticket waiting list with only a $50 refundable per-seat deposit. Waiting list benefits include access to exclusive pre-sale ticket offers, discounts, and more. Call 503-555.
All right, these guys are advertising.
To reserve your spot. This is Chad Barrett.
Oh, so you got Chad Barrett?
Mark tucking his hands behind his back.
Oh, it's not out, huh?
Yeah, and the flag goes up on the far side. Calling a foul. That would have been off the ball on Barrett? Sure.
Yeah, not quite sure whether it would have been offside. It's Cam Weaver out there. The pass from Nagel certainly wasn't in our eyes.
Well, even on fouls, unofficially at 6 apiece. It was not an offside violation. And I think it was Barrett away from the ball.
Barrett just having a word here with Rashawn McKenzie. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest native Chad Barrett.
Yeah, you've got 3 Seattle area-born players out here tonight for the Sounders. Yedlin, Nagel, and Weaver. Alonso, first time, bent ball, looking for Nagel. Harrington heads it away. Under 7 minutes plus added time here in the first half. 0-0, quarterfinal of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Valeri down the line for Harrington. And Ababa doing his job in a deep position for the Sounders. Weaver checking back. Ozzie Alonso, one of those moments that does not show up in any of the numbers or the heat maps or the charts after the match. That's a tremendous ball win by the hammer in the midfield for Seattle. There's Pineda, the flare to go with Alonso in the middle of the park for Seattle. Barrett dispossessed by Danny O'Rourke. Quick breakout here for the Timbers. They don't have numbers. Barrett strong.
You see, that's how exactly how it's going to be. And it's just
a bit of
flying at me how
the
the tackles here against Portland are so good. They're very, very well kept tackles.
Pineda to the ball. Just a bit behind Adi on the pass from Juice Barrett.
I think Seattle just lost a little bit of their rhythm in these last 10 minutes or so. And what you see also on the right-hand side, where Yedlin had made such good ground, Rodney Wallace is keeping him more honest now. And I think with Portland enjoying some better possession, Wallace tucked up a little higher on the field, and that's not enabling Yedlin to make too many more of those runs. He has to keep an eye on Rodney Wallace.
Adi got beyond Scott. Scott retreated, and this will be the fourth corner kick of the match for the Timbers. Now you feel as if Seattle has, you're right, lost a little bit of their rhythm. The Timbers are starting to evolve a little bit in this match.
Well, is that so? Is that how it's working?
The first 15 or 20 minutes, and they're building in confidence. How many marching bands does Valeri have to deal with playing in Argentina? Directly in front of him on a corner kick. Ball was flicked on, and Chara runs it down. He'll send one in. Adi looking for the overhead kick. That was a brave moment by Cam Weaver. He's up slowly. They're both all right. We play on. Yedlin deciding not to put it in fifth gear there. Now he makes a burst in to the attacking third. Gets the ball from Barrett and loses control of it over the byline.
It's the first time in probably 10, 12, 15 minutes you've seen Yedlin able to make that run. He just took a little knock, I think, for his troubles, but certainly the best moments Seattle have come from their World Cup starlet. You have to think how far he's come in 18 months, having been college, as you mentioned, Keith, at Akron, to then you with the Seattle under-23s at the same time, playing the most minutes last year for the Sounders in MLS.
And it didn't surprise me that he ended up on the plane to Brazil. My eyes did nearly pop out of my head when he was one of the first options for Jurgen Klinsmann and the men's national team off the bench, and used in a midfield role.
42 minutes, 0-0. Good chances by both teams. Very, very well structured game.
As he did in 2006, was to take a young player, largely unscouted by the opposition, and to use that pace. The one thing that every defender hates.
I think I'm going to go now, guys. Again, here's the link for you guys if you guys want to write it down. www.timbers.com/timbers-live. Hope you guys enjoyed this coverage, and peace out.